It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Mike Evans. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Bucs and the Panthers. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out at quarterback by the man from Wake Forest. It's John Wolford.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Out of the gun, here's Wolford. This is Shepard on the catch. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Wolford going to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run for the first time here with Rachaad White. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The numbers for White a week ago. 19 carries, 81 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
They stay on the ground with White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They'll go up the middle with White. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wolford. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They run straight ahead here with White. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On play action, Wolford. Escaping the pressure right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's good for a Tampa Bay. 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Wolford. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
2
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Wolford. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll make it 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnover.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the number 1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
2nd and 10. Young. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
They'll throw again. Young. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Man in motion left, Mingo. To throw, Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Wolford to throw. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
For the Buccaneers.
Now Sanders. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Young working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 23 carries, 92 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now here's Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Now Wolford. And that's incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Illegal blocking the game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Running out of the gun with White, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Bucs at 7 and 8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Wolford. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season, but found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. The Wolford now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Brown drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Ligon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Young now. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 3rd and 4. Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Young will set to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 yards to go, second down. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Panthers.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Wolford looking to throw it. This is White on the screen. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw is Wolford. And he slings one that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wolford. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
In motion right is Mingo. From the shotgun, it's Young. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, Every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Young to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here's Wolford to the air. A quick pass here to Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Out to the right here to Shepard. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Fighting through, and he's got space. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. Alexander Mattison, over 100 on the ground in the victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Justice Hill doing plenty of damage on the ground as he went well over 100 yards in the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Bengals were this close to a perfect regular season, but they couldn't finish it off, and they fall to 15-1 with one game remaining until playoff time.
It was the running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Young. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. That one complete till again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Young's going to throw for this. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Wolford going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wolford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion goes the tight end. On play action, now Wolford. Finding Otten once more.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
At the 45-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Wolford. They'll roll him out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Wolford. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. To throw, it's Wolford. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now a give up the middle. This is White. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wolford dancing to his left. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Young. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd and 6. Young now. Buying time to his left. Young into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still first down.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Got a man. That's Liggett. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Hubbard fighting him off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing, Young. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now they'll throw with Wolford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Wolford to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
32-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The visitors' offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. Young. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now here's Young. That is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw is Wolford. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. A'Shawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Here's Wolford. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation,
That's true.
right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. To throw, Young. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Young to throw it. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's Wolford. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Now Wolford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Well, this one taken in by Otten. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Wolford to air it out again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To Wolford now to throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wolford looking to throw it. A quick pass here to Godwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rashad White, who's shaken up. Here's 2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. Play action. Now it's Wolford. He's got Otten. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they go with Irving. Skirts by at the 15. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Wolford, they're going for it on 4th down. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Wolford on the keeper.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Young. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Shotgun now for Wolford. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Wolford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. This is 1st and 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Palmer. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Here's 1st down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Now Wolford. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wolford. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Wolford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard. Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Down to Inigo's Young, and that should be the final act in this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Carolina, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.